Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this awesome Fortnite themed banner for your YouTube channel. Now, right now I am rocking this GTA 5 banner on my YouTube channel, and it was fitting at one point because I used to play a lot of GTA 5, but now I really do a lot of PUBG and Fortnite, so I figured if I made one for GTA 5, why not make one for Fortnite? It's a pretty basic process. All you have to do is download a few templates and then get a few pictures off of Google Images and then put it all together, and eventually it'll turn out just like this here, and I will show you guys just how to make something pretty identical to this banner I have right here that you guys are looking at. It's very customizable. This is a very basic version of it. This eventually will be my banner on my channel, and you will see that probably by the time that this video goes live. So I'm going to be adding some stuff down here at the bottom as well, like my Twitter, my YouTube channel, even though this is for my YouTube channel, and then my Facebook account down here at the bottom, and it's going to look a lot nicer. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing we need to get is the YouTube banner template. So simply go into Google and type in YouTube banner template, hit enter, and then go to Google Images, and then find this one right here. It will be 2560 by 1440 resolution. Just simply wrong click on it, save it somewhere where you're going to know where it's at, and then you're done with this step. So next you will need some Fortnite character PNGs. Simply type this right here into Google, go to images, and then you will have a crap ton of characters and skins from Fortnite that you can select from. Now you want them to have this checkered PNG background, which, you know, that's exactly what you need for this project. So just pick a few of these skins and do the exact same process. Wrong click and then save the image where you know where it's at. So I picked ones like this astronaut here, the teddy bear, this astronaut, and the raven. I think I also picked this golden hound one as well. The last mandatory thing you're going to need is a Fortnite background. Now, it doesn't have to be a Fortnite background. It could be like a picture of your dog if you want it to be. It doesn't matter as long as it's a picture. So simply type this into Google right here, Fortnite background, hit images, and then pick a image that you would like to use for your background. I personally used this one right here. It's 1016 by 614 resolution. It's pretty small, but it did the trick for what I was doing. So like I said, just pick any of these here. Any of them will work as long as they're not super small. Let's see, there's one that's really small somewhere I can show you. This one right here, that's way too small. It needs to be, I'd say, this size right here, 1016 by 614. That's about as small as you want to go. And then again, just wrong click and then save the image where you know you'll find it. Now this part is optional, but if you'd like to add your social media to your banner, you can simply do that by typing this into Google, social media icon PNG. Go to images, and you have all these options here that you can choose from. You can also find websites on Google that have like ones that you can download as well. Some of those are pretty cool. As you can see on this banner here that I'm currently using, I have these ones right here, my Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. That's what I'm talking about right down there. So you can do that. It's optional. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that in this tutorial just because it's pretty tedious and it's pretty straightforward. So let's begin making this banner. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to pixlr.com. This is a free version of Photoshop. It doesn't have quite as many options as Photoshop, but it will get the job done for this. This one right here that I made was made completely on pixlr.com, so if you like this one, then you know that pixlr.com will work for you. Start by clicking open image from computer and then find that YouTube banner template that you downloaded earlier. And then click on it to open it up. So now you are here and we can begin making the banner. So first thing we want to do is get rid of all this light gray space up here and down here. That's only viewable if you're watching YouTube videos on a TV, and most people aren't, so you're not going to have to worry about that. So simply click on this little icon right here, the drawing tool. You want to go up here, make sure that this is black, completely black, fill shape, border size doesn't matter because it's not going to be in the way anyways. I'm going to set mine to 0 just to be safe. And then go ahead over here, click new layer twice, and then go ahead and make a square by clicking and then dragging out. Doesn't matter how big it is yet, so we can fix that later. And then go down here, click layer 1, and then do the exact same thing. The next step is to go up here to edit, hit free transform, and now we are going to drag this and make it fit the size. We want this edge right here my mouse is at to line up perfectly with this line right here. So simply take it and drag it. You can make it excessively big, it doesn't matter. And then just line up that edge with this edge right here. And then press enter when you're done. Simple as that. Now click layer 2 again. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Edit, free transform, and then we're going to line that up. Doesn't have to be completely perfect, but the closer you get it, I guess the better it'll look. Not really, but yeah. So now you can go ahead and click new layer if you want to. It doesn't really matter at that point, but what you want to do now is go file, open image, and then find whatever background you plan on using. I have a picture here of tilted towers that you could use if you'd like. I tried that one. It wasn't really, suiting my needs. I didn't really like it that much. But I also have this picture here that I showed you guys earlier. So what you would want to do is just double click on it to open it. So once you have this open, hit Control A, Control C, come over here, click on this one again, and then hit Control V. Now what you want to do is go up here to edit, free transform, hit shift, and while you're holding shift, take one of the corners and drag it out until it's the full size of the entire template. Once you've done that, hit enter. Now it might look kind of blown up right now, it might look kind of crappy because the resolution is being upscaled, but don't worry, it's not going to matter that much anyways because it is just a background. So what we're going to do now is hit the move tool just so you don't mess anything up. We're going to come over here to the layers and we're going to drag layer 4, which may or may not be. It doesn't matter as long as just select the layer that your background picture is. And you want to drag it down below the 2 layers that have those 2 black rectangles. Like so. And as you can see, those black rectangles now cover most of the picture. So now you can go ahead and take this and kind of just move the picture around and then make it look nice, however you want it to look. Now I like this position right here, so once I get it into that position, just let go and don't touch anything. Now you can go up here and click on that new layer that you created earlier. Now we can hit file, open image, and we can start getting some of these skins that we got off of Google earlier, and we can start adding them to the banner. So I'm going to start with the teddy bear here. Double click, same process. Control A, Control C, click over here, Control V. Now we can edit this, but we're going to wait to do that until later. We want to take this and move it into place first. The easiest way to see how this is going to look is to, again, make sure that this layer with your skin on it is below these 2 layers with the rectangles. So just take it and drag it down below there. But you want to make sure that you don't take these skin layers and put them below the background, because if you do that, this will happen. It just disappears because now the skin is behind the background. So make sure that the skin layers, like this little teddy bear here, is above the background layer, but is below the 2 black rectangle layers. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's not too complicated, but it can get confusing. So now what we want to do is position the bear in a good location where you think it might look good. So I think mine looks good right there, but I want to make it a little bit smaller. So we're going to do edit, free transform, shift, hold shift, and again from the corner drag down a little bit, and then hit enter. That looks good to me. So we're going to drag it into position where I want it. I think right there looks about good. So that's it for the teddy bear. I still want to do 2 more skins on this side and then 1 more next to the teddy bear, so it looks something like this. So now we're going to do the same process for the other 2 skins, but 3 skins, but make sure that every time you add a skin, you do a new layer. because if you do them all on the same layer, then every time you go to move one skin, you're going to move all 4 of them. So just click new layer, and then you can go ahead and open up your new skin that you want. So I say I want the this astronaut right here. Control A, C, Control V. Move it into place. You can see now I'm just moving this guy. If I had both of these skins on one layer, they would both be moving when I move this guy. So again, we're going to do the same process for this guy and the other 2 skins over here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got all 4 skins into place, and you can see it's starting to take shape of this banner right here. So one step I actually forgot to tell you guys is we want to change how bright the background is, because right now it's a little bit too vibrant for me. You can see this one right here is a little bit darker in the background, and that's what we want. So because if we do that, we make the background a little bit darker, the words, the text, and these skins will pop out more. So what we want to do is go to the background layer, click on it, and for some reason sometimes when you click on something on here, it tends to just move the layers around. Simply just drag it back down to the bottom. So anyways, when you have this layer selected, go up here to adjustment, go to exposure, and then lower that slightly, and you can see whatever looks good to you. I'm going to do 11, and you can see it's a little bit darker now. It's just about the same as this one right here, so I'm liking that. That's the one step I forgot to mention for you guys. So anyways, now we're at this step here, we can start putting in some of the text. So what we're going to do, come down here to this A right here, it says type tool, select this, click, and then now you have a text box, and you can type whatever you want. So my channel name is Mr. Lags, and that's what I'm going to be putting on here. So I'm going to type simply Mr. Lags. Now, you might want to download some custom fonts for this. You can go to like defont.com, or this pixlr.com actually has a font thing up here that you can go to. It has a website linked already for you. You can always go there and download some. But I definitely do recommend getting your own custom fonts, because, I mean, the stock ones definitely are not going to cut it for a YouTube banner. I'm going to be using the text American Captain. You can get that at defont.com. That's where I got mine. It's free. And I'm going to make it white. Now it's pretty small, so we're going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Simply by going down to the size thing and increasing that. Now, how big do I want this? Let's see. A little bit bigger. Let's try 200. That's too small. Let's go to 20. How about that? Let's try 240. Now this is all about whatever you want. You can change it around, do whatever you want with it. It is your banner, it is your channel. It's all about customization. Be unique. So once you are good with what it looks like, just hit OK. And then come over here by the layers, and then click right here, layer styles. Move this out of the way, and then click drop shadow, and then now you're gonna have this little box right here with all this information. Now it says opacity 75, distance 10, size 0. That's fine. Keep the color black, but we're gonna change the distance to about 7. That way it's not so drastic. It's not like a massive drop shadow. It's reasonable, but it also makes it stand out more. Then hit OK. Next, we want to add this little line right here underneath the official channel of and above Mr. Lags. So to do that, simply going to hit the drawing tool button. I said button really weird just then. That's weird. Oh, also, after you do a text box, hit new layer again, because you cannot do shapes on a text layer. So simply do that. Click the drawing tool. Come over here. Make this color box right here, make it white simply by sliding up here, straight up, hit OK. Make the border size 0, that's very important here, and then go ahead and draw a small box. You can make it thin, you can make it thick, whatever you like. That looks good to me. Then you can take the moving tool and just move it wherever you want it to be. I think right there looks pretty good. So you can add a drop shadow to this if you want, same process as the text, but you'd want to make it a lot smaller. Something like that. This one right here does not have a drop shadow on this little line right here. So that's what it looks like without the drop shadow, and that's with the drop shadow. I'll let you choose. So now we have to add the official channel of right here, this little text right here. Again, this is all optional. If you don't want this text here, you don't have to have it. So again, click the text box, click somewhere, and now you have this. Type in the official, I know you guys can't see it, but neither can I. The official channel of, and change that to white. I'm going to do a different font for this. I'm going to use Kenzo. This is also a free font from defont.com. I think it looks pretty nice, and it's a pretty long text. It's pretty wide, which is what I want for this up here. We're going to drastically decrease the size of it as well. So I'm thinking like maybe 100. I mean, even that's pretty big. Maybe like 70. How does that look? That looks pretty good. Because now it fits all in like the same size box as Mr. Lags, but it's also all that text in one little thing. So I think that looks pretty good. We can go ahead and you can make it bold if you want, so it's more like kind of sticks out a bit more. I'll do that here for you guys. This one is not bolded. This one is. So just hit OK. And then again, we're going to add the drop shadow. So go to Layer Styles, Drop Shadow, click on that, and then we're going to make this like a 5, I think. Yeah. So 5 distance, 75 opacity, and 0 size. Keep the color black. So don't change anything except for the distance is what I'm trying to say. And hit OK. So there you guys go. At this point, it's really up to you what you want to do with it. That's just the basics of how you would make a simple Fortnite-based banner for your channel. You can always add, like I said, the social media things like I have on my banner here for my GTA 5 one. Like the Instagram, the YouTube, the Twitter. Simply just download them and then use the exact same process with the whole text and, you know, moving it around, different sizes, different fonts, all that good stuff. And then just make it your own. Just customize it, make it cool, make it awesome. I mean, I'd prefer if you guys don't directly copy my design, but if you want to, that's fine. I'd also recommend when you're doing this is to make a text box, put made by, and then put your channel name. So, for instance, mine would be Mr. Lags. Put that right there. Change it to white. Whatever font you want. I'm going to make this very small, like size 20. Maybe even 10. No, let's do 15. And then just take it and then move it into like one of the corners so that people don't actually like steal your banner. Because people will do that. They'll take your banner and they'll put like a weird little box here and they'll put their name in it. So they'll steal your work. So you could just simply put your name in the corner so they know that you made it too. So yeah, that's pretty much how you make a Fortnite themed banner for your channel. If you guys found this helpful in any way, leave a comment, leave a like. If you have any questions, obviously leave a comment as well. I'll be happy to help you guys.